We didn't do the podcast last week.
Yeah, no,
right?
I'm sorry, everybody.
It's because I was in San Diego.
Yeah,
and I was sunburned, but I was visiting all my friends.
Yeah,
I was visiting all my friends from like back in the day. You know, there was a guy. There was a Mexican guy, right? My friend Norman. He's there. My friend Albert was there.
Yes.
And then I had two friends. I don't even know their first names.
Sure.
But one, he has a nickname. He's a funny nickname because he loves planting.
Yeah.
Planting tubers especially.
Okay.
He does. Yeah. And the other guy, he's a writer. I can't believe that I've never met. He's a writer.
Okay.
He loves writing. He loves writing on the computer.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, I'm in San Diego. My Root, Juan, Norm, Al, types. Still got it. On this episode of the Bells and Whistles podcast, we rank the Root 1 normal types. All that.
I was like, when's Juan coming in?
All that much more on this episode of the Bells and Whistles podcast. Run that intro.
You think people stuck around for the entirety of that?
I actually know they did.
I'm flashing my peepers at you. Peepers.
From the edge and I'm sinking. You big into Christian rock?
I'll tell you, you've never found a bigger fan.
Welcome back to the Bells and Whistles podcast. Ryan Quigley, Eve from Bernie, as always. Are you okay? I know you're a little upset. I know you're upset because you didn't get a full podcast.
You didn't get a real one
last week. I went to San Diego. We were going to record a podcast for you. Someone messed that up. And it was me. And it was absolutely my fault. I didn't plan the day properly. So we fucked up.
Listen,
so we had to give you a little game. But we're
not perfect.
No.
We're not.
No.
We're not.
No, we're not.
Do you want to talk about your trip at all?
A little bit. I went to San Diego to visit my buddy Eamon, who was getting out of the Navy. So it was me and our other childhood friend George.
Yes.
We went to San Diego. You see, I'm sunburnt, which is nice. It was a good time. Yeah. But on the plane.
Yes.
First of all, I got to talk about the Knicks really quick. Which I know nobody wants.
Let's.
The Knicks just
get
traded.
It out of the way.
The Knicks traded Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo and a pick for Karl Anthony Towns, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, Julius Randle is a complex figure.
Yeah.
But he saved the Knicks. I love Julius Randle. It's a complicated relationship. I will always miss you, Julius.
Yes.
Karl Anthony Towns is a very good player. He was the first overall pick 9 years ago.
Really?
He's the best shooting big man to really ever live. Wow. Now, Neil, cut this part. Neil, I think he's a flaming pussy. But that's okay. I'm going to still root for him. I've talked myself into the trade. I just need to say that I'm not okay with the trade. It makes me uncomfortable.
Okay. Cutting back.
Coming back. I was on the plane. Can I tell you what movie I watched?
What?
I watched two movies.
Okay.
I watched The Challengers. Right? You ever see that movie?
I never did see it.
It's
I was a little scared.
Yeah.
I was a little
You should be.
challenged. I felt like it might be challenging.
I wrote a joke about it. Do you want to hear about it?
Yeah.
It needs workshopping. It's too wordy.
Because people allege that we're like those two guys.
Who says that?
Sebastian.
What a sick puppy.
I know, he's a sick guy.
What a sick puppy.
Sicko. Sick in the head.
They make out in that movie.
I know they make out in that movie. We only do that on the podcast.
So let me tell you, I wrote a joke.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom Holland, would you rather sit through an MMF threesome to watch a gay Zendaya tennis movie, or sit through a gay tennis movie to watch a Zendaya MMF threesome? That's my late.
Get a couple likes on Twitter with that, something like that.
It's actually a quite good movie. It's not that gay. It's a great movie.
I've heard people liked it.
It's a good movie. It has a dumb ending. Okay. And then I watched one other movie, and then I'll pass it off to you.
Okay, yeah.
I watched Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ah, yes.
With Rami Malek. As Freddie Mercury.
Yes.
And he's excellent.
Yes.
But if he really behaved that way, that's really funny. That's really funny if Freddie Mercury really did all that stuff.
I don't know if he actually did, if he actually acted like that.
I don't know if he did. It's kind of crazy because he was like that the whole movie.
Yeah.
Which is a little absurd. But the writing in there was really good. I wrote that.
Really?
Can I share with you
another joke?
Well,
it's
no,
Mark Todd Bruner's favorite movie.
is it really?
Yeah,
It's-
he's watched it like 26 times.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. I find with all these like real life stories or whatever,
Yeah.
the story kind of gets boring in the middle because
Yeah.
you're following a guy's life, you're
Yeah,
not following a
yeah,
story
yeah.
script, right? So it gets a little flat, but it was interesting to see, to learn about him. These are my favorite Freddie Mercury lines
Yes.
that he says is a gay Britishman.
Yes.
He says.
Oh.
So he's like, he's being a junkie, and some girl walks into his apartment. There's booze and drugs all over the place.
Yeah.
He goes, "Being a human is a condition that requires a little anesthesia." It's kind of awesome. That's kind of. And then she goes, "Freddie, you're burning the candle at both ends." And he goes, "But the glow is so divine." And I wait. This is my favorite one. This is what I'm stealing.
Yeah.
This is what I'm stealing.
Yeah.
He goes, so at the end he comes to Jesus. He makes up with the band and whatever.
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
fires
yeah.
the guy that was the whatever.
Yeah, the problem.
And then so like they're making up, and the band goes, "We have a couple conditions." And he goes, "What?" He goes, "Oh, we need you to fire." And before he cuts him off, he goes, "He's been fired. He's gone. He's long gone."
He's gone.
And then they go, "For what?" And he goes, "Villainy." Villainy. For what? Villainy.
Villainy.
And that was it.
That's great. But don't you think people would say the same thing about us?
Absolutely. And the only other thing I wrote
What was
down,
the theme of today's podcast?
speaking of a theme, the only thing I wrote after watching Challengers, I wrote this down. I wrote in my notes, you could say Luca Guadagnino directing Toy Story 5. And they just have Woody and Buzz make out for no reason. That's all I had.
That's good. I think that's what's coming.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you, I didn't watch any of those movies,
Oh yeah, okay.
but I did watch Road to El Dorado.
That's a great fucking movie. That's a
Talk
kind of
about two movies like screw Challengers. Talk about a movie that is the two of us.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Tulio and what's his name?
Yeah, I don't know. I've already forgotten what the other guy's
Oh,
name.
that movie's
Yeah,
kind of
Miguel, I think.
Miguel
Yeah.
Miguel and Tulio. The movie's kind of sexy.
It-
That was a sexual awakening.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a horny movie.
Yeah, Shell? Would they bring Shell in? My God.
Put some clothes on, sweetheart.
Yeah. That was great. You know, they have a whole thing. They have a whole thing with her and Tulio is the you.
Tulio's the grumpy one?
I think so.
The dark-haired one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah.
I can't remember.
I'm still looking for my shell.
Marcel the Shell.
Oh, God. Fuck. That's a great movie, though.
Did you see Marcel the Shell?
No, I didn't see Marcel the Shell.
That's
I
a
was
great
talking-
movie too.
I heard
Road
about
to El
that.
Dorado is a
Road to El
is a
Dorado.
spectacular movie.
I like the big fat chief with his big
think
old
he's
man tits out.
fantastic.
He's
I
the
think
best, right?
I feel like
And the horse, too?
The horse, hilarious.
Great character.
I think what the two of us are missing is a little armadillo.
The armadillo?
Yeah.
And that scene where they use
Where
the
he has a
ball?
baseball
and
and
the
a
ball to get
basketball.
through
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing.
it goes through the thing.
That's a great movie. Great movie. Oh,
I
my
think
God.
that's what we're missing in our.
Ah.
And you know what's great? They learn a lesson at the end.
They do.
They get their comeuppance.
I know, it's true.
Because they're not great guys. They're not great guys.
They're
But
criminals.
they're criminals. But you gotta kind of love them.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta kind of love them.
Yeah.
And they make it out okay. They make it out. They got their girlfriend, their third.
Their
In a lot of ways, it really is just challengers.
Okay. All right. Should we get to what are we doing today?
Yeah. So, you didn't come here for any of that.
No,
this,
exactly.
You know, the
We got to give you
MMF.
something. We got to give you something.
We got to give you something else. So we're giving you the next best thing.
Yeah, that's
We're
true.
giving you a ranking of the Route 1 normal types.
Yeah, a little ranky panky for the
Little
Pokemon
ranking.
crew.
Yeah, now they're not all normal. That's the other thing, is that some of them, we've realized that some of them are not all.
Okay. Shout out to Tien,
Shout out to Tien,
who has
our
quickly
favorite
become
fan. Yes.
executive producer of the Bells and Whistles
Yes.
podcast.
So
Good Lord.
this time he put together all of the ones for us. Normally the little game that we play is that I do, it's fan art that
Right.
we put with here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Tien put it together for us, so then I didn't have to know it all. I briefly had to see them all to put them all on here. Tien, I'm sorry, but
Right. I haven't seen him.
Ryan hasn't seen any of them. The way that the game works, we can put one in S and one in F. So we have to organize the best ones. And we try to keep it, there's more than normal this time. So what we're going to try and do is 1 in S, 2 in A, 3 in B, 4 in C, 3 in D, 2 in E, one in F.
I
And then
know.
I think there's going to be one that's like a wild card, kind of, because I don't think that's technically.
Yeah,
I think that's
whatever.
16.
We'll figure it out. But
Yeah.
it's something of a bell curve
For
those
the
of you
Bells and Whistles podcast.
for those of you still in school.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started.
Let's
we
get
got to
started,
zoom
right?
this. We got a meeting.
Yeah,
in,
we've got our Zoom.
we got a meeting in 40 minutes. we
got
do.
the Zoomies.
All right, what do we got here?
So there's a classic one. Have we started recording here?
Oh,
we gotta
fuck.
record on this.
Great googly moogly. Good catch.
The first one, a classic, right?
Yes.
The our boy Radicate.
Radicate. Tom Cruise. Radicate. Can I tell you something? I really don't like Radicate.
You don't like Radicate?
I don't like Radicate.
I kind of have a soft spot for this guy.
I don't like him.
I think he's kind of, I don't know. I think he's kind of fun.
He always annoyed me. I never had a thing. What are you gonna? My impulse just off the bat is a D tier.
Yeah.
Is a D tier. What do you really?
I think he's kind of the quintessential one, and I like that he's got guts. He's got a guts ability.
I know he's
I
got
kind of- I think
guts.
kind
He's
of
got
fun.
the hyper cutter thing, hyper bite, hyper munch, whatever the fuck.
He's got the munchies.
What are you gonna say? Are you really gonna? You're not gonna argue for B.
No, but I feel like I could argue for a C.
If you want to
there's
keep him in
gonna
C
be
for right
tons
now,
of
let's
them
go
in
ahead
C.
and do that.
Yeah. Well done, Tian, finding this picture. I wonder if he put this together.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Eradicate. He's like, I know just the guy.
That's crazy. If he did.
Next, moving right along.
Yep.
A snooze for me. Ferret.
Ferret. What's
Uh-huh.
he wearing? Oh, he's got a gun. He's got. Jesus Christ, Tian. You're gonna get us demonetized.
Yeah, we're gonna get us
Here, put this-
demonetized here.
Put it up there.
Yeah, it's not a gun because it doesn't have the lower half of it, so it could be a very big
It's
pen.
a water gun. The sword is mightier than the pen. You guys got to tune in for a couple weeks ago to get that joke. I don't know. To be honest with you, I was always, if you told me,
Yeah.
ignoring competitive,
Yes.
whose design do you enjoy more?
Yeah.
I pick Ferret over
over
Radicate. I do.
Well,
I
you
really
think this one's a little sleek.
I think it's a little sleek and cute, and I think Radicate looks like a big hairy pube. I think he looks like a fucking nutsack with a
I
tooth.
just think that this thing is so weak. I feel bored by this one.
I'm bored by Radicate as well. I'm just saying. If you want, do you want to just for now keep him in
If
C?
it had a gun in the game, I think I'd like it.
Can we just put it next to
Let's
C,
put it
and you
next
can
to
have
C.
Radicate above Central? I
No,
feel no
if
pass.
you wanna
The
argue
also
for-
problem over here.
Yeah.
We need a little preamble.
Yeah.
I hate all these.
Yeah, you
I
hate
hate
all
all
of
these.
these.
I think that they all suck ass. I never understand why they continue to make them. I don't.
It looks like
yeah.
Tom Cruise is
He
one
looks
of
like he's upset. He's upset to be there. So
Yeah.
I'm going. I probably am going
I
to
know,
feel
this
like
is your-
C for all of them.
This is your least favorite one.
It's my
out of all.
least favorite fucking thing,
Yeah,
dude.
no, I understand.
It's there. Oh, hey, let's make a Pokemon that sucks.
I understand.
Yeah.
I like the tradition of it.
Yeah.
Next up is Linoon.
Linoon.
I think this is kind of cute.
I think Linoon.
Linoon is up there for
I
me.
think Linoon is an improvement over both of them. I'm going to say B tier for this Linoon.
Yeah. Linoon, I think, is kind of everything you say about Ferret, I feel is topped by Linoon.
Can I tell you? I completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely and totally agree.
It might actually be making its way up the ladder here.
Is it? I have
don't
no
know yet.
context. I have no idea what to expect. Here.
Yeah. No, but
Zero.
that's kind of crazy and fun.
It's
and weird,
it's
right? We
really
don't know
it's
what's-
really kind of fun and sexy.
and scary
And scary and
you know.
intimidating.
It's like Scream 7.
It's like Challengers.
It's like El Dorado. So
Villainy.
one that I was excited to see on here
You're excited.
was Mighty Anna.
Wow, Mighty Anna counts, huh?
Mighty Anna counts.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Mighty Anna, we're counting Mighty Anna here.
Can I tell you the truth?
Yeah.
Mighty Anna is better than Linoon.
Mighty Anna is so much better than Linoon.
Is this an early A tier?
This is probably an early A tier for us. We
Mighty
don't
Anna-
decide the best or the worst until later in the game.
But like even just can I couch this conversation one more
Yeah.
time? We're saying that Mighty Anna is awesome for a Pokemon that sucks.
Yes.
So for as sucky Pokemon go, Mighty Anna A tier.
But
boom.
did this get all of a suding you got a little tingle in your
Yeah,
in your
what else is
nether
coming?
region,
But I
You're like,
also
oh wait a minute.
I also feel that there's going to be a Pokemon that I go, this doesn't belong here.
You're probably right. Try to ignore the picture, by the way.
Yo, what the hell is this?
It's someone in a fur suit. Yeah, you like that kind of thing?
I can't say that I do. No. I can't say
Let's
that.
put him in the early A category.
No, my
Hey.
favorite part is when you make the right side up one sideways to
You
fit.
want to do that?
That's my favorite bit that you do.
Okay, here we're gonna.
Yeah, it's such a dumb thing.
There
I don't
you
know
go.
why it makes me laugh.
Yeah,
but-
no, that's where he belongs.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, moving right along.
Yeah, okay.
A famous one.
How famous is she?
Oh, B-barrel.
B-barrel. B-barrel?
Bisexual barrel.
B-barrel for me,
Yeah.
as hideous as I believe that he is.
Yes.
This is a water type, bro.
It's a water type.
This is an early water type, the HM slave of all HM slaves.
Exactly.
You kind of got to give him a B behind Lanoon, if you ask me.
I do. I'd argue that it's so utilitarian and also kind of funny that I think it tops Linoon.
Okay, I'm game.
And I also like that it's a beaver.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of fun. I think this was.
What do you think about when people call vaginas beavers? What do you think about that?
I think about that all the time. I do think on the. Do you remember? Were you a guy who liked The Office? Did you like-
Yeah, of course.
I remember one of my favorite early jokes is when Phyllis is the Dundee Awards and they're trying to give her busiest beaver, but it's a typo and she gets bushiest beaver. That's so funny. That kills it. Anybody who says that The Office has been
The Office is awesome.
does not. That is a great best
joke.
writing.
That's a great writing.
Yeah.
It is.
This is the bias beaver.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I do like B-barrel a lot.
Here.
Next up after B-barrel is one of my personal least favorites, which is Watchog.
Yeah, that belongs in E. Disgusts me.
Yeah,
It's a strung out, disgusting piece of crap.
This one in particular is kind of disgusting. I don't know where he found this, its prolapsed eyes or whatever.
I guess it's supposed to be like a snake.
Yeah, I guess it's watching all right.
I don't like this one
I don't
bit.
like this-
It's supposed to be like a worm, maybe.
Yeah, it's this voyeuristic little marsupial. I don't like it.
Early E tier, maybe
Very-
maybe it gets bad enough that it gets bumped up to D eventually, but
Yeah.
you could throw it down there in the basement.
I think that's where this thing belongs.
Watchog.
I can't stand that.
It's also
creature.
clearly a Nazi.
Yeah. You think so? Oh, because it's watch and it's like
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
yes, it is time
Yes.
to cleanse the
I'm
population.
watching you.
Yes, it is time to take our country back.
I'm watching you, Flulabor.
All right, who we got next?
Yeah, up next after Watchog.
Yeah, okay.
One that was a favorite of mine.
Oh yeah,
I think Stoutland.
Stoutland was okay.
I think Stoutland's fun. I think this is kind of disgusting.
What the fuck is this? Dan, you might be fired.
His ear hair.
Oh God. Ugh.
Do you think if you ever went on steroids, I think this is what you look like?
I'll tell you, I will go on steroids one day.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll absolutely go on steroids one day.
Uh-huh.
I would hope I look like this. So let me tell you about Stoutland. Is he a top 3 competitive one, at least for right now, for what we have?
I think it's I think all right. He's
I
all
don't
right.
like
Yeah.
Stout. My biggest beef with Stoutland is that they ruined Lillipup and
Yeah.
and whatever the middle one is.
Herdier.
Yeah, those were cool designs, and I was hoping they made him cool, and they made him big and fat.
What do you think would make him cooler? Because
If
the
he
dog
was-
really does look like that in real life, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want that dog.
Yeah.
I don't like that dog. I was hoping that he'd be more German Shepherdy.
Okay,
and
okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what those are the kinds of dogs that I like.
Yeah, that's the kind
So
of,
I don't like whatever. It's a great Saint Bernard or whatever the
I
fuck
don't
he's
know
supposed to
what
be.
it is.
I don't like it. I think his mustache is a little stupid.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. But if you told me that we bump someone from C or if this lands in a B, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm really looking at all of this.
Where we're going.
I'm looking at all of this, and I'm like, what a bunch of ass Pokemon.
Yeah.
So
no, you're
yeah,
right.
if you tell me that he's B or C, it's how
I think people
it's
probably
like
have
trying
a
to stay
soft-
wet, stay dry in the ocean.
Yeah. No, I think I think people might have a soft spot for this one, the same way that we do with Linoon. But I think it probably lives in B
For now, but
yeah, for now.
so are we bumping someone to A?
Um,
Oh wait, no, we can
no,
we can have
we
three.
can
Have three
keep
in B.
more. We
Okay,
can keep
okay,
more.
okay.
At some point, we will need to bump.
Someone's
someone
gonna
around.
go. I think Stoutland's gonna end up in C.
Yeah. Now talk about as another surprise,
Who?
Lipard.
Oh goodness. Good lord. Good God. Jesus Christ. I can't look at this.
What's the problem?
I'm gonna get put on a list. I can't. I like Lipard, but I don't think I can talk about her right now. Can we hide her or something? I like Lipard. I think Lipard is better. I take Lipard as a matter of fact. I think I only take Mighty Anna over Lipard. If you're telling me to just build a team,
what if I make her do this?
Yeah. No, can you shake it a little bit for me? I think Lipard belongs in B, and someone goes down to C.
I can agree with you there.
I think it does.
I'm kind of underwhelmed.
Or you know what? You want to throw Lipard in A for now? Because Lipard's kind of awesome.
Yeah, let's put it. I won't argue with that.
Kicking the can down the road.
Kicking the can. I think
Lipard
ends up in B, but for right now,
I agree.
Let's not rock any boats just yet.
Yeah, let's give ourselves some flexibility.
All right.
Just like Lipard's ass.
Now, for me, this one I think is going to start moving.
Don't color my opinions.
I won't.
Okay.
Diggersby.
This is another disgusting.
Big Chungus.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Big Chungus?
No, I don't know Big Chungus.
He's a big chubby. He's like Bugs Bunny, but when he was bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey.
Yeah. All right, hey.
Diggersby makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's been eating ass. I still take this Pokemon.
Yeah.
Only, I think I take this Pokemon above Lipard if I had to.
I also think Diggersby belongs in A.
Yeah, okay.
If you're making a case for like my favorite normal traditional one on this, because so far everything in A is Dark type.
Right.
I think Diggersby could very well be my favorite of the normals.
Okay, this is fair. Yes, this is fair. I don't know if he deserves credit for that.
I don't know if he deserves credit for it.
All right, so we're throwing him in A. We're knocking Lipard down to the top of B.
Yes, and now we need to move something down to C.
You
want to do? I'm happy to move Stoutland down.
Is it? Yeah, okay. If you're happy to move Stoutland, let's move Stoutland. I don't know if I believe that I would pick Linoon over Stoutland ever.
You think so?
If I'm just being frank and honest.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't.
You're right. We're kidding ourselves that
I think
Linoon is better than Stoutland.
Yeah.
So let's put Stoutland. Stoutland's gonna go over here.
That's just me being honest.
No, I agree with you. I think it'd be very wrong of us.
I know.
That would be like that's our personal.
You can make an art. You can tell me that you prefer Linoon's design over Stoutland. You don't pick Stoutland.
I prefer this design.
I really am trying not to look at that. Are we being too nice about these ass Pokemon?
I think we're about to have it to start moving things.
All right. Okay.
Ready?
Okay. Hit me.
After this, comes Gumshoos.
E. I think he's ass. I think he's terrible. You're gonna say, "Oh, but he's supposed to be a detective." And what a lame thing to say.
I will argue he's supposed to be a detective. But there's no kidding ourselves. Gumshoos really belongs in the bottom of
in the doldrums.
He is not good. The question to me is he better than Watchog? I think he is.
I think if you want to throw him in D for now, just cuz we could put him in D, but he's going in A. Well, maybe I don't know. I have no idea what's going next.
I think he probably needs to live in E. You see, he's Trump. You think that's fun?
I really don't like. I'm over the whole Trump joke. To tell you the truth.
No, it's
they're eating the dog.
I did see Rebecca sent me this TikTok of him talking about him saying, "Obama, I saw Obama. He was chewing gum and then he stuck it under the chair. You can't do that. That's disgusting." You can't do that. That's disgusting. I was like, he's right.
It is disgusting. Who we got next?
All right. This is when things start shaking up the game for us.
Are you feeling that way?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Raticate Alola.
Immediate improvement over so many, just by throwing the dark type.
And now he's a pirate.
Yeah, okay. Can I be honest though?
Yeah.
Like you don't put him to the side a little bit.
Yeah,
put him over above us.
Yeah. Over here.
I think that this belongs at the top of C. That's where I think. I don't think he's good.
Yeah.
I still take Stoutland, B-Barrel,
yeah,
Lipard's fat fucking donker over really all these little
these little weasels.
Little botchical loops.
Yeah, these little weasels.
But
no, I agree with you. I think Raticate Alola was fun. But it wasn't
enough of a shake-up.
It wasn't enough of a change for me.
I hope that you show me something that is a proper shake-up.
Yeah, that's
I hope I see that someday.
Yeah, there is something that's shaking things up as we go.
Yeah, okay.
Coming up right next, Hey Lois.
This is kind of creative and fun.
This is fun, yeah, right?
This is kind of creative and fun. That said, One of my I understand
This one fucking sucks too.
this one made me so fucking mad.
Yeah.
This made me so fucking mad on so many levels, and I'm willing to say that I appreciate
Yeah.
Watchhog and Gumshoes more than I appreciate this, because they said let's just do a boring ass squirrel that sucks.
Yeah.
And let's give him zero
Yeah.
redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
Zero. How fucking dare you,
Oh,
Pokemon,
God.
serve
Yeah,
this to me
yeah.
after I've bought your game for 20 years? How dare you? This is like serving McDonald's at a wedding.
Yeah.
It's so fucking insulting that they gave me this Pokemon. It really is. It's not funny.
No, I do think it's kind of funny.
What a slap in the face.
Yeah, this is in the running. I think we put him in E for right now.
Put him in
He
E.
lives as the third in E, but this is really in the running.
It's
for F.
really insulting.
I honestly forgot about this.
It's
one.
really, truly
I
insulting
can't
stuff.
think of a worse one.
It makes me so angry.
Oh boy! All right, so up after Greedent is another one I forgot about. Thievul.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is like the prime of a Pokemon that I forget.
Yeah.
I so incredibly forgettable.
Evolution of
I
Nickit.
yeah, I feel like, oh, hey, watch your tongue. I can hear people screaming, be like, oh, I love Thievul. Thievul's so cool. I really want to put him in D tier. I really do.
I agree with you. I feel like Thievul does everything that Liepard does, maybe a little better, but I think Liepard is cooler looking than Thievul.
That's kind of what that's exactly why I think he belongs in D.
Yeah.
Is because it's a worse masculine Liepard that
Yes.
wasn't funny enough.
Yeah. No,
It wasn't funny enough. It wasn't cool enough. I understand the competitive. This is the
Yes.
first one we're saying we're not picking any of those.
like advantages, I guess. With it.
Yeah.
And he's a dark type.
Maybe
He's a
I'm
little
being
Robin Hood.
Maybe
thing
I
here.
Zorro.
Zorro.
Maybe I'm being a fuddy duddy, but like this generation was just so not my thing.
No, I agree with
Do
you.
we have a space in C? Does he belong in C?
We're
for
out
now?
of spaces in C.
Fuck. I just start throwing up.
We're out of spaces in D or C, so it well we can place it in D right now.
If you want to, can I be honest?
Yeah.
If you want to, I know this is now a slight retraction.
Yes.
But you have to bear with me.
Yes.
I actually think that you should swap Thievul with Raticate Alola.
Really?
I do, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Just give me a sec. I think that if we're being honest, Thievul is the best competitive Pokemon when you take into account Raticate Alola, Mightyena even,
Yeah.
and Liepard. And I would choose Thievul over Raticate Alola. I would.
Yeah.
And I think he belongs in there. I'm not dead set in the order of C, but I think he belongs in C and Raticate Alola belongs in D. And if I'm being frank and honest and truthful,
Yes,
and
be
myself,
frank and honest and
I
truthful.
think that the majority of these are going to end up in D.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some good ones, and
I'm waiting.
There's some interesting ones that are on their way.
I'm
that
waiting.
That will shake things up.
I'm
for us.
waiting. I'm listening.
Yes.
And I'm
And
open.
you're learning. You're
I'm
open.
open.
Right. So let's keep things as is. I have a feeling that one of these Raticates might move.
Up.
No.
Yeah.
I might opt to switch these two.
We'll talk about
We'll
it.
talk about it.
We'll talk
But
about it.
coming up next, Dubwool.
Oh. Double is like a do we don't have any more space in E? This is another equally offensive as Greedent, to be honest with you.
I kind of think that Dubwool is okay.
I don't know. I
think it's kind of fun.
I think Double belongs at the top of D tier.
It's like the first one of these that's not like a dog or a little rascal. It's a fucking sheep.
I'm being a fuddy duddy. I'm
Yeah.
being a fuddy duddy. I understand, but this is Gen 9 or whatever, and
Yeah.
I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
And because this has been happening to me for years, and I'm pissed off, and it's like oh my god, I don't want this Pokemon. I get that he has the fucking cotton swab, whatever. This is.
Ability cotton swab.
I know that he's useful. I know how to use him.
Yeah.
That's great and fun and exciting. It is a vanilla dry hand job of a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Vanilla dry hand job. If you want to put him in the back end of C, that's fine.
I think I argue. This is what I'd argue.
Wow.
I want to have a bullet moved right now. I want to move Furret down here, and have this be the order for right now.
Okay.
I know you like For It more than Raticate. I feel like Raticate is moving down in just a minute.
That's okay.
But I like this as is. Also, just a brief aside. What a don't you think this has got to be like the most terrifying existence?
So
like
being a sheep that's not shorn.
Unsheared.
Yeah.
Those
that's
to me, that's like
it reaches
that's
a point
cosmic horror in like a really disturbing, upsetting.
That and those that and those sheep, like they often like don't have their hooves trimmed. When they get to like this point.
Yeah,
and it's just like an incredible, uncomfortable existence.
Yeah. No, I've seen those before, and I think about that. And I'm like, God.
On the flip side, think about how good it must feel to get a haircut. You know,
it must feel pretty good.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, like people argue, like, oh, how did the sheep get like that? We did that to them. We evolved them to be like that. They didn't used to be like that. They could live in the wild without being shorn.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, how are they?
I don't think that. I mean, I'm sure
that
they were
supposed
selectively
to live if they were going to
bred.
be like this. You know?
I think most of them get killed. I think most of them would get eaten by wolves, etc.
Nothing's going to eat that thing. You can't. Well.
Anyway, on to the next. What do you got next?
All right. These are ones that were special for us that TN wants us to pay particular attention to. Because they are going to one of which will surprise you, and this is the one that's going to kind of throw things off, I think.
Okay.
The next one is Obstagoon.
Obstagoon. This was the one that I was hoping that was included in this list.
Yes.
Obstagoon belongs in A, and I think we both know where he's going.
Yes, exactly. Do you see what he's done? That's supposed to be. That's me.
That's you?
Yeah.
Give me a second. This is horrifying.
It's so scary.
Hold on, I'm blowing it up for the people.
Yeah. Can you
guys
believe he did that?
Did you even know this was you?
I had to look at that for a while to be like, oh my God, that's me. He put me on Gene Simmons.
I know it's Gene Simmons.
I know, but
that's terrifying.
Look at my weird fucking lizard tongue.
Oh, good God. So who did he put me on? I'm so scared. You belong in A tier.
Thank you, TN, for allowing me to be this one. We're going to put this one in A tier. Obstagoon is objectively like the best version of all of these.
He's absolutely awesome. I love a clear-cut Pokemon where you put the guts and the flame orb and you fucking facade it. It's absolutely awesome. It's an awesome Pokemon.
He's great.
Also, I think that I'm not in love. I give the design an 8.
I don't like how he's stuck doing this all the time. Yeah, I don't like that. But if he just opened his arms up all the time, I'd say that's a really fucking cool thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I like. I have issue. I give the design an 8.
Okay.
It's
well,
not,
he's up there and he's good.
Yes.
Next up, the last official normal type.
Yes.
Winkalone.
Okay, so there's a discrepancy here with the creativity that we've taken. It's clear which one you spent more time on, Tien.
I think you're a little cute. Do you think you ever eat pig again after seeing this?
I'm gonna go get me some bacon tonight. This is very funny. I'll be the first to say I'm completely wrong.
Yeah.
This is the worst one. This belongs in E tier. We could talk about the true F when we get there. This is positively disgusting. I will not accept anything above an E.
Yeah.
I simply will not.
Unfortunately,
this
was a huge miss.
After Greedunt, I said, I responded earnestly. I said, guys, this wasn't very nice that you did this,
that's
Pokemon.
Not nice of you.
And they said, okay, we'll try again next year. And they served me fucking Oinkalone and gave me trichinosis. I hate Oinkalone. I've had too many Oinkalone rants on this podcast before. I'm not going to do you another one. Oinkalone sucks.
I cannot
eggs.
stand that Pokemon.
It's even worse with my face on it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you've got to sign this one. Now we have a tough decision.
Okay.
We've got a bunch of real stinkers in E, but one of them has to live in D now.
Was that the last one?
No, we've got one more coming.
Okay.
But we've got too many in E.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Throw.
Do you think it's Gumshoes lives in D? Seems crazy to me, but I can't really think. Maybe it's Watchog, but Watchog is so fucking useless. But it's definitely not either of these two.
I appreciate the creativity of Watchog more than I appreciate the creativity of Gumshoes.
You're right. Watchog's going up.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. I'm sick and tired of the Trump thing.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
the last one. You think you got a guess of what it could be?
Do you want me to give a guess?
Yeah.
My guess is mouse hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mouse hold.
Oh.
And he found all these fun little ones.
Oh, they're little exciting things.
The mouse stick abuse.
Oh, gosh.
Mouse carriage. Mouse steak. Malcoholic. Malmosexual. Tan divorce.
Tan divorce, normal and ground. Because this one's grounded.
Yes.
House Messiah, so this one's dark and killed his wife. Pinky in the brain. That's great.
Pinky in the brain.
That's great. I like house homosexuals. And miscarriage, it's a ghost. It's a pink fucking fetus. Good Lord. That's pretty good, Tien.
It's unbelievable.
It's kind of unbelievable.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
Mousehold, to me, I was initially bored by Mousehold when I first saw it, when I did the review. I have come to see the error of my ways. When I saw that they opened their mouths up and they have one little tooth, that changed things for me. If you give a Pokemon one little tooth, it's immediately one of my favorites.
And you know I'm on the same page as
Yes.
you. I am on the same page. If I'm being honest and frank and really truthful,
Yeah.
I think Mousehold belongs in B.
You really think so?
Yeah. I think
Wow.
it is one of the more creative, competitive, viable, like,
I could argue that this belongs in up in A, honestly.
who are you bumping from A?
I don't know.
You're
I
bumping
don't know.
Diggersby? I don't think you're bumping Mighty Anna.
I don't know
from
if I'm
Mousehold.
bumping Mightyena, and I think I picked Diggersby over Mousehold, but I
think it
that's
belongs
tough.
in B.
Yeah, you're right.
I think
Oh,
it belongs
God.
in. I think it belongs in B.
Yeah,
I think
man.
as I look at where we've come from.
Yeah,
It's fucking stupid that we have B Barrel in B.
yeah.
It's fucking stupid. I think.
Well, also keep in mind we've officially made the bell curve, right?
Yes.
So this is the wild card. So,
Oh, so
I
we
don't
can
know
put 'em
where
anywhere?
we can. I don't know what
Oh,
we want to
shit.
decide to do with Mousehold.
Oh.
Do you want to put it in A
Oh, we can put him in A. Why not? Yeah, let's be
and
nice.
have it and be nice?
I appreciate that. They deserve to get rewarded for Mousehold.
Yeah,
Mousehold
for their
is
creativity.
cool.
Yes,
That's
Mousehold
fine.
is very cool.
Yes.
I like how it works. So Mousehold's gonna live up there. How nice! It's a positive. It's a positive.
It's a
thing.
positive episode.
Now, is there anything that we want to change before we move things to their respective best and worst?
This is not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak out loud.
Yes.
I think 99% of the population would take Thievel over both B Barrel and Stoutland.
Yes.
I won't.
You won't.
I don't think I would.
This is our tier list.
I think I would take Stoutland over Thievel.
Okay.
I think both of us would take Alolan Raticate over regular Raticate.
I was gonna say that was my one holdout.
I
is that
think that's what we would do.
I think we got to switch these guys. Come on.
Yeah. I don't care about the order of the things. Part of me says that we probably would take Double over Linoon. Linoon probably belongs in that whatever, but I would take Linoon over everything in D and E.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. What are you thinking? What are you sitting on?
Now that we have Obstagoon in the mix, I think you're right. I think Linoon is not as good as Double.
Yeah.
I think that makes more sense to me.
Yep. I've been saying that for years too. We're picking F first.
Yeah, let's do F. Let's do because we know what we're doing here. I think this has to live up.
It really is.
This is no
Obstagoon.
surprise.
It's Obstagoon.
Yeah,
it's
Obstagoon
just
should
about.
be an
It's
S.
the only argument is should Obstagoon be even included in this list?
And that is a real argument.
But yeah,
But it
for
technically
with
counts.
this group of Pokemon, easiest S.
Yes.
In the game.
yes.
I'm happy and impressed that Mightyena has stood the test of time.
I think not so bad, Mightyena.
That's fucking sick as
yeah.
heck.
I
well
think that's
done.
real cool.
Well done, sweetheart.
To me, I know what I want to put in F, but I'm curious to know what your argument is.
I think honestly, I think all three should go in F. I think all three of them should go in F. They all suck ass. They're the worst abominations that I've ever seen, and I think
Wow.
Watchog belongs down there with them. To tell you, I really do. I really, really do.
If there's one you had to pick, let's give the people like
Okay, what's
the
the question?
reveal of like whichever one is the worst one. But then I agree with you. I think we should probably move them all down there. To me, I think Greedent goes down.
It is Greedent.
I think it's
it is the most
Yeah.
offensive thing that's ever been done to me.
Yeah, I think Greedent goes down.
Greedent goes down. It's so incredibly offensive that Greedent was made.
Yeah.
So incredibly offensive. He does absolutely nothing. What's
But,
his ability? Cheek pouch?
Yeah, it's cheek pouch.
Yeah.
Or gluttony. You could do either of those.
Yeah, he should
believe it's two
he
of
should put
those.
my fucking nuts in those cheeks.
All right, but we've moved them all down.
Yeah, put them all down there. They're really all awful.
Yeah, nothing
Really
moves me.
all
They're
awful. Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
But can I just to say it one more time?
Yeah.
Obstagoon is a good Pokemon. Mightyena is an okay Pokemon.
Yes.
Diggersby is a kinda bad Pokemon. Mousehold is a kinda bad Pokemon.
Yeah.
These are all sucky ballsack, ew, disgusting, terrible Pokemon.
Yeah.
That is my belief.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, you're right.
So
You're
that's what I
absolutely
think.
right.
Yeah.
No, I can't blame you at all.
I'm actually upset that I had to wax so poetic about Obstagoon when I don't know if Obstagoon is a top 70 Pokemon for me.
No, probably not.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm
not.
saying.
I don't know if I'd ever think about it, but I do think. Look, when you do the little leagues, you gotta rank him out of the little leagues.
I know, it's a bell curve.
And that's where this guy belongs. He's the best of the
Bells
worst.
and Whistles podcast is
Yeah.
what I always say, but it's all about friendship. We're stopping recording now. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We have time. We have 3 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're listening on any of the audio apps, please leave a 5-star review. If you don't leave a 5-star review, leave a 4-star review. You don't want to leave a 4-star review, leave a 3-star review. No, what you do instead is that, first of all, you join our Discord, but you go to YouTube and you click that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. And people were upset that they were missing episodes.
Yeah.
I think we're getting shadow banned again.
We're getting shadow banned again. We're saying too many swears in the beginning.
But you know how we found out about that?
Yeah, from you,
leave
people
a
like you.
Comment. You
Yeah.
have to leave a comment. I reply to every single comment. You can check my work. But if you don't want to do all that, you just want to give us money, what do they do?
You go over and you become a member of the Bells and Whistles podcast, become a bell end of the ball for $5 a month.
That's damn near free.
You can see you can get early access to all of our videos. And not just that, you can go on our Discord and get the VIP treatment. Once a week, you can talk to us over Discord and we'll tell you what we got cooking up next.
It's so true.
But if you don't want to do any of that, you can go to fourthwall.com in the description below, the link down there, and you can get yourself some of our merch. You can get a shirt. No shirt, no shoes, no problem. You can get them. You can get them over at fourthwall.com.
That's crazy that you said that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Do you have anything else to say?
I got nothing else to say.
All right, guys. See you next week. Bye. I'm going to change my energy this episode.
And I'm going to adopt whatever you do. Now I'm worried that I knocked this.
Knock me sideways.